Yes, usual suspects.
Yes. Colin, Lexi, or Dawn, do you have anything you need to contribute? No. Thank you. And Dawn's verb sound isn't working, right? So hopefully that means no for her too. I don't have her phone number to text her. You can put a note in chat, Dawn, if you need something. All right. Feel free to carry on. We have no guests. There is no town clerk's report. She said if you need her, I can text her or call her. There is nothing. Road foreman is not present.
Who, the minutes, have you read them, Dave? You guys?
I've just read them.
Yes, I did.
I sent them to you a while back.
Yeah. No, excellent. Good of them.
I'll make a motion, we accept them.
Second.
All those in favor?
Right.
Thank you. Town administrator's report. She left a thing on the table about that, well, that too, but that thing about real estate. You had some questions about real estate last time, so she left that. Probably you don't want to discuss it without being able to ask her questions.
Well, and have the other members present when we do something
Okay, so we'll table that.
like that. They could,
The primary thing is you need to make a motion for the tax anticipation loan,
yeah. I'll make a motion, I think it's 400,000.
460.
Yeah. 460,000 for a tax anticipation loan that carries through.
Do we need to take it out all at once, or is it just?
Yes, if you look, oh, I didn't give you that piece of
That's
paper.
the way we did the last one and they carried it. I mean, we could split it in twos. It's up to you. I'm not that
Right now,
interested
she
in
needs money to cover this week's money.
Yeah.
No, but you
Is
could-
there a reason to get all $500,000 net right now?
that. No, you could do 250 now, I think. And in a few more months, you're gonna have to do it again.
Right, we just won't.
We'll just save a couple months' interest, that's all. Yeah. I don't have a problem with that. Yes?
Yeah, I just want a public comment on the real estate thing. I know you guys are super good at money managers in your own lives, that's terrific. Can you explain to the public just a little bit about what's going on with the real estate? Like, does the town actually foreclose on things and own real estate that is just sitting somewhere?
You know, we own what's called the town forest up by Gabody's old house.
Okay,
That was from a tax sale back in the late 40s, early 50s.
okay,
That gets rented out.
Okay.
That brings in money each year now per tab. There's some land you've got in East Fairfield as you head out with the water,
Sherman Street.
Sherman Street, whether you see that water thing on top of down over that bank, the road used to go down that way. Somebody built a camp years ago. And eventually people that owned it deeded it over to the town.
okay,
They didn't want to pay taxes anymore. There's one plot up in Romar that got taken, could be two, it was taken for tax sale years ago. That's cool, 2000 something,
86 and 2015.
2015. And those are two that were like, should be selling them to somebody, so we get tax dollars back.
well, that's the two things that I just thought of. We just are so aware of the value of real estate right now is so crazy.
Yeah, there's another spot down on North Road, I think it's kind of landlocked. The little woods we got down there, 1962 or 4. for the cat.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you guys are doing the very best you can and we trust your judgment and all that, but wow.
They're not exactly ideal building
On your
lots.
spots, yeah.
Right, basically the two up Romar were hunting camps, spots or sites, whatever you want to call it. And this one, woodlot down here, is kind of, there isn't any road frontage, right? Is that-
No,
No road frontage.
there's good beachfront.
Yeah, there's a waterfront there, down by the creek.
That's what we're trying to do, though, is figure out
Okay,
what to do, and there's limitations set on us by the
Okay.
state, right? How we
well,
do this.
I think the public just wants to interject that there was never a better time if you were thinking about selling
Right.
things, Because the stories about people asking, 400,000 for something and getting 750.
Yeah, I think those have backed off a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's just a time I just.
Oh, I
wanted to
think
ask.
this is, we've had people inquire about this one in East Fairfield towards Bakersfield.
Yeah,
And that's one that should be, in my mind, should be sold and somebody build a house, whatever the heck they
yeah,
want to.
because it's a double good for the town.
Yeah,
You
get
get the
some
money
tax
now,
revenues
and
back
you get
out.
the tax revenue in the future.
Does that have to be presented to the public, or how does that go out as far as you
I-
guys, so it's,
I'm not aware that it has to, I mean, we need to make them, if we sell them, we need to publicize them.
Right,
But I don't think we have to get
no, but
public,
anyway.
I don't think, I'm not gonna say with
That's,
certainty.
that's why we're trying to sort it all out, then we'll come out.
I know you discussed that for quite a while, Jim.
Yeah.
Right, and some of them are different, there's some law that went into effect, I can't even tell you the year, that when you sold something for taxes, if you don't keep track of what the tax is worth each year,
I got you.
that goes against the value of the law, so you can recoup that money as lost revenue.
Okay,
But if it's still, let's say there's an extra 100,000 out there, it has to go back to some heir or something.
Yeah.
But there's ones, the way I understand it, the ones that were done before that time period, they belong to the town.
Good luck.
Yeah,
just wanted to ask for,
yeah, that's the way we understand it anyway. And-
It's complicated.
Right, we got a town attorney that was, I guess he was attorney for leagues of city and towns for quite a while, so he really,
Yeah.
he knows far more than we do on this kind of stuff.
good, just wanted to ask.
Yeah.
All right, do you wanna just quickly go back to the tax in anticipation loan?
Yeah.
So the amount requested is 460, I make a motion, we do it at 230.
Yeah, split it and just, it's enough to cover stuff, cause I know there's quite a lot of materials in late, right, for these
Yeah,
roads.
and we can do.
Yeah, if you have to do it in a month and a half instead of two, you're doing a month and a half instead of two.
Okay,
Is there a second?
I'll second
Yeah.
230.
All those in favor?
okay,
Excuse me.
and now you have Mount.
Well, now we'll get some info.
Not much. Then I ride the gravel along and pour I down on it, and put the trees back. Just a little bit down, especially after the trim to brush it out. And I'm pretty sure Kathy ordered the Lincoln light. She called me one day about it.
Yeah, I think for the last meeting, we talked about it. Wants to
Yeah.
go on the.
Can't get what we wanted, but they're gonna get some single light that you can put on the
Yeah.
one-way sign, just so it flashes all the time.
Yeah.
They came in there, the little time here, but
Stumps ground, or how do you
um, we pulled them,
hold them?
to the road bank, we put back down.
Yeah, some landowner complained about this.
Yeah.
Did they get that up by the meadow also, up by Kobe's? Level that out? I told Jim, we're going to that meadow by John Kobe's on mine.
Yeah,
Along the roadside, they just pushed everything back. I said, poor senior citizen can't get in there and sugar.
that's a show.
Yeah, I'll show them, because that same thing, all we need to do is take a bucket and clean it. It just, I think when they were going by, they just pushed everything back. But those stumps they were rotten. I saw them, they pushed them over, they weren't holding anything in the roadway.
Good. I haven't been up through, but I'm sure it
No.
looks a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
The other day, it looks much better.
Should be, all the gravel, I mean, it looked just so much better when you got all the trees back.
Yeah, there's
Open
some
it
ditching
right up.
and,
I'll be glad when it opens up, because got stuck with a four-wheeler load of wood up there one day, so I had to walk home. Then the old Ranger broke down on me up there one day, so I had to walk back home from upstairs. I had not what, the old guy went by with his UPS truck, he slowed down, goes, I wish I could give you a lift, it was one of those hot, humid afternoons. And, so, I said, well, maybe there'll be some traffic going, but
He can't give you a lift?
no, I can't.
Against the rules.
Yeah.
Anything else, Morris?
kind of estimating probably 3,500 to 4,000 yards of sand. Shed is like about 1/3 full,
Yeah.
should say full. The price of $950 a yard from Mount Horgan, and $950 a yard in Wee Hollow. Rates is $750. They haul it in.
They haul it in for $750?
$1750.
Oh. Okay. What the hell?
Wow.
Yeah.
Is there gold in this thing?
It'll be hard to see.
Boy, they gone a lot, weren't they? Usually it was like $4 or $5 more than,
Yeah,
I was gonna say it was 13 last year.
No.
No?
Nothing right. What they built us out. Yeah, so the price last year when they built us,
how much?
$1750.
That seems higher than what we agreed to.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of money.
So,
Matt got that much up there? 3,500 yards? No, but I mean, I know they had to make it up ahead and all that stuff, but.
I think they got a knob they're gonna tear it, well, right now, I think that's what they're in, I think
That's
they're
what
making,
they're-
I think they're making what they're saying right now, because it's in the way,
yeah.
rather than handle it 3 times.
Yeah,
When they're saying above the gravel line,
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah, and then that other knob, as you go down in, across from where we park everything,
yeah,
they wanna take that, that's all saying. I mean, it'd be nice to get a little bit from right in case we run out, but maybe we don't need it, I mean, the last 2 years. I guess
last
we
2
haven't-
years, we've had what, quarter of the shed left over and such, right?
Yeah, well, we filled it.
You start
right
talking
full,
that
too.
kind of money.
Yeah.
You just never know what kind of winter you're gonna have though. I mean,
No,
we
but
haven't
I
had
don't
much
know
of
that
one,
we've
but-
cleaned it near the end any winter, have we?
just 1 year we got like, we got 1,000 yards from right, and then we didn't need
Yeah.
it, but,
Yeah,
know,
it
it's-
brought it in.
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah,
It's
the
a-
pile out to the barn, haven't used the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Very little.
That kind of difference. What do you, realistically, what do we figure it cost us to bring that per yard over here?
I've never.
How many loads, roughly, how many loads could you make a day with a single truck?
Two loads an hour, you know,
So,
load
Call
and
it
dump.
15 loads a day.
yeah,
I know, like,
it's a hell of a lot
he
cheaper
was
to bring-
drawing, when he was drawing from the pit, and the other guys were drawing from Eastburg, he'd go to 2.5 to 1
Yeah,
ratio.
that's.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if that difference in price, if we
It's
got,
an easy light pole out there too.
yeah,
Once you come up more hill, the rest of it is just,
yeah, kind of coasting downhill,
yeah, you fuel wise, you're trucking.
yeah. I gotta be honest, the difference in price, I don't have trouble, we get it all from Matthew. So,
I like our brights.
I used to
Stuff
be-
in the winter and we need some, keep them on, but
That's an awful difference,
yeah, no, for $8 a yard, we can haul that.
yeah. I bet you don't have, is it realistic you have $4 a yard in it, would you guess? You know, for your truck and your man and,
Yeah,
James and I have talked about it, he's got all that stuff.
yeah, I was gonna say, James, I haven't figured out yet. I never sat down.
yeah, I'd like to see that number for, I made a decision on it, but I'm leaning more at those prices to stick it all local if we could.
I mean,
Yeah.
just, Morris can have James just do a rough estimate and get back to us the next meeting.
Yeah, we don't have to make a decision today on that, but really know our numbers on it.
If I-
And last year you had it pushed right up to the
Yeah.
ceiling, right, and pretty near back to the door.
Yeah,
Well, right to the door. I think
Right
last
to-
year was higher than,
yeah, it was.
you know, they put
Yeah.
in more than they ever have, so. Makes it nice, once it's in there, it's dry.
Well, and it's not like it's gonna wash away when it was outdoors either, you know?
Well, and it's, you know, if you get it in, you know, they got it in before it got all rained on, so it really
Yeah.
makes it a big difference.
There was no dry stuff last year.
Must go out through the rigs a lot easier, less problems, less breakdown,
It'll freeze, I'm sure.
yeah.
Okay. Anything else, Morris?
No.
So while Morris is here, I have a concern from the zoning administrator. There are 2 different driveway sign-off forms in his master file. One that we've been using pretty much exclusively, but there's another one that says the select board has to sign off on a driveway cut. I think it's been a really long time since you did that. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
I
It's
would-
been Morris and Tim for,
It's the fire department and you,
Yeah.
right, that have to sign off on them.
so it's a pretty long time. Is there any point in time that the select board feels they want to make a decision about a driveway, or are you comfortable with it being Mo and Tim?
It's gotta meet the B71 standard.
Those are on
Whatever that
the,
is.
there's like the form has the B71 standards on one side and the application and the signatures on the other. So it's all very clear what they need to do. He
And that's
found,
what you use to give a
Yeah.
certificate of occupancy.
at this point in time, Stephen's primary concern is that sometimes Mo's going after the fact, and that perhaps we should change the system so that people's driveways are approved before they're dug and built, and that's not happening. Mo, is that correct? You're sometimes going to a driveway that's already installed and looking and saying,
But we have, if I remember right, like that one over on, Rug Road that came off from there, or that jetty belt.
yeah,
Remember, we made them go back and put more
We did.
turnouts?
yeah, we
So
did
we
make
do
an
have the, if
adjustment.
it doesn't meet the standards, we can stop it there and say, you're doing it, you're not getting that. We did that on that one.
I'll give you a for instance. We have a subdivision request on Swamp Road. The guy put in all the driveways before the subdivision sketch plan was even approved.
Yeah.
So I think it's more of a timing issue than anything else.
Pre-construction is zoning approval. Mo can't go out and approve it.
Or disapprove it till they
until
get
it's
permits.
built.
But if it's built
But if
and
those
then Mo
driveways are put
goes,
in,
if the driveway gets put in and Mo goes and says, wait a minute,
this doesn't work, or
the
the fire
sight line
department.
isn't good, or,
Yeah.
well, the fire department, they can just expand it and do what the fire department wants. There was that one on Hill Road that's like this, and you know the one I mean?
Yeah, but on the side, the other sideways, but
Yeah,
that should be part of planning and zoning.
yes, but,
Right, the B71 standard is gonna be what's put on their site plan.
yes,
And if it has too steep of a slope or no sight line, that should be picked up on the plans.
so,
If they put one in for ahead of time, before everything gets accepted, you can say, you can't use that driveway.
yes,
You're
Yes.
authorized to say,
absolutely,
that thing's doesn't work, you're not in compliance with anything with this thing.
yes,
Yeah,
we can.
that's why I
And
wanna
we
make sure
have.
you guys have the power to do that.
Oh, yeah, we have.
Yeah,
So Stephen's primary question is there a time when you want to approve a driveway? Or are you good with Mo and Tim approving driveways?
We think those two,
Should be
you know,
part
those
of-
two,
Planning and zoning should approve
the three people,
The
the
plan.
three things
Yeah.
should be
And
enough.
then we approve them prior to any driveway going in. I think it's just a timing issue that needs
you're
to
right, and
change.
I think getting that line of sight makes sense also.
But the
Well,
line
but
of
that's-
sight, line of sight's gonna come via the site plan.
Right. And they gotta measure up, just like time we were fooling around down here with the state, remember that, Tom? For the new fire department.
Yes,
And they were trying to make us all come off Chester, Gilbert Hill.
yes,
And we got the guy out in the road there, kept putting his butt out that way, and pretty little cars are winging by about 50. He decided maybe it was safer to have it over further on the corner.
so there isn't a sight line on the requirements. The sight line, whether it's good or not good, has been determined by Mo when he goes and looks. So that can be changed.
Yeah, it should be something in there, so, especially like that when you're talking about over there, if he went putting driveways in before anything was set, he's on his own in my mind on that
Yeah,
one.
we know.
Just a question, there's a difference in the road that has to be developed too for what is an individual home versus what would be a subdivision, correct?
Right.
So the subdivision, if it's more than two, Melissa, is that correct? It would have to be
Three.
three. More than three, then it
Three
would have
on
to
the
be,
driveway.
then it has to be approved in a different manner, is that correct?
Well, the driveway, the road has to be
In a certain, it has
Yeah.
to be a wider road.
Yeah.
for more
Three
than-
or more, or
The more-
over three?
three or more.
Three.
Okay.
No, three.
Three.
No, more than three.
More than
More
three,
than three.
okay.
And if it's a certain length, there has to be a
Yes.
pullout
Correct.
for the fire trucks and trucks.
Turn around.
Yeah, and there's gotta be a turnaround at the end of it.
Okay. Well, 3 or more, is that right?
Yeah,
I
that's
was
the way
just
I
gonna
understand.
add that you're gonna get more and more development pressure on inclines and all kinds
Yeah.
of crazy places, it's just guaranteed.
Yeah.
And so, maybe you wanna reserve the right, to approve extremes, I don't know, it's just so.
I guess that's why, in my mind, that's why we got planning and
That's why
zoning
it's
in
in
place to
there.
do
That's
it.
what we're there for.
Is, you know, they're gonna have to start doing, what do they call it, switchbacks, if that's what they, if they wanna get up in
Right.
there. That's something they're gonna have to come out, because it can only be certain angles, should be, right?
That's a good idea, though.
But those switchbacks, it's like, okay, you're gonna have to do some of this, add some more to your cost of your roadway. If you wanna build up on that hill, so you got the view and stuff, you know?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, just Riley's is a pretty particular place.
Is that right?
You haven't seen it?
No, I heard someone said it's pretty steep. Maybe one more should visit, so they know what's
Have
going
you
on.
looked at that one, Morris?
What's that?
Riley's?
Really? Yeah,
Does that meet the way it comes into the road and the depth? I mean, this,
where it comes on road, definitely, I don't know.
no, remember, like, I just remember in St. Albans, when you go over Fish Pond Road, they put those 3 big houses at the end, they had to go back through, and when it come down, they had to make a swale, so the water will go into the ditch and not into the roadway. And we had that problem up here on, not Barry Road, Church Road. You know, when they came out, we built all those houses,
Yeah, 'cause there's no culvert there and no swale either.
yeah,
It's a long, comes down a long ways.
I mean, we might as well be strict on this stuff and save the town the grief of having to deal with it after the fact.
Plus the low site there, we think, headed east or looking north, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, as part of the review of all that stuff, we should take a look at that, because there should be a requirement on the site plan to address that, because otherwise,
Do you have that in your site plan
Yeah.
for zoning and planning?
No. Well, yes, it's part of the application process, you have to have a driveway approval,
Yeah,
which includes Tim and Mo.
But I would think that would.
right, but there should be a standard to meet, not just,
casual observations.
right,
There isn't a sightline standard, this is,
not in B71, but there must be a guidance.
I don't know, we'll find out.
It'd just be a good one to look into.
Yeah,
because
the more we know about it.
Like Gavin said, that swale for the runoff, I mean, that one there has no culvert, no
Yeah,
long driveway coming down. It's gonna be a lot of water right there.
Well, and everybody else has to live with it too. That's the problem.
I don't wanna cause any troubles, but
Well, it's a lot easier to do it right from the get-go than to get into it and then fight.
Well, they have to
Using-
have culvert. Minimum culvert diameter 15-inch for a driveway, 18-inch for an access road.
there's nothing there.
It should have.
They should be made aware, are you talking Riley's? They should be made aware of that then. You know, if you
So it
send-
shouldn't have been signed off on
I don't know.
if it doesn't have a
Have
culvert.
you and,
I know we've been,
You haven't looked at it,
no, I've looked at it, but I've been going by there.
but
but you
you
haven't signed the paperwork
No,
for it?
no.
Okay,
No,
so doesn't have a culvert, it can't be approved.
yeah.
Mo, are you comfortable with how you're being asked to do it, or would you like to see changes?
I work with the chief, and it's main thing, the chief getting, the fire trucks getting up in there, they go by the west. I got no problem with it going.
Good. Tim's very specific about what he
Yeah.
wants, so.
Yeah.
And he doesn't hesitate to say, this isn't wide enough, or it's
Right, we're
like
not putting
whatever.
trucks up in there.
Yeah,
and everything like
He's very clear.
and it's not just fire trucks, okay, it's.
Well, ambulances.
Everybody lives by Amazon, everybody needs fuel oil,
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
Yeah, exactly.
it's one headache after the other for the home.
I think that one's gonna be trouble getting truck up there.
Is that steep, huh? Guess I'll take a drive by.
A little narrow too.
Well, that's the thing to bring up now. I don't know. What is the requirement? Your B71s or whatever?
20-foot wide radius for all residential driveway cut entrances, 30 radius for commercial driveways. Minimum driveway width 12 feet for all driveways, with single-family homes or camps that are up to 300 feet in length. Minimum 16 width for all driveways over 400 in length, with 20 by 20 pull-offs every 300 feet or less. 20 by 20 deep turnaround at the house end of the driveway. Minimum width of 18 feet for all driveways, with 2 or more homes or camps, 20 by 20 pull-offs every 300 feet or less. Minimum width 20 feet for all driveways for more than 2 homes or camps, with 20 by 20 pull-offs every 300 feet or less. These drives have to be built to town road specs. Any existing roads or driveways must be upgraded to these specs before future development is considered. Minimum culvert diameter 15 inches for driveways, 18 inches for access roads. B71 standards and bridge standards as approved by the select board.
Melissa, did you read something or did I miss it over for the 4 houses or more?
No, it's 3 or more.
Or
It's a road, it becomes a road, and then it has to be a town road standard.
the subdivision, like a
A subdivision
I
has
just
to be,
know this is gonna come up in the next 2 months.
yeah,
There's a subdivision that has 3, and there's some confusion, it's gonna be asked to add a 4th. And that is the road thing is the question.
becomes the road.
Yes, because right now it's not 24 feet wide,
Well, it's gonna have to
and
be.
people understand it to be, need to be 24, but I didn't hear you read that.
It's part of the subdivision regulations, not
Okay.
part of the driveway
It's not
standard.
part of the road, okay. Just like Gavin said, trying to head something off.
Well, no,
Yeah.
if there's some place already with 3 and they want to add a 4th to it,
Then they
then
have
they
to,
gotta upgrade the whole road
it
for
has,
the
the
whole
whole
thing.
road has to be
Yeah.
upgraded. Any existing roads or driveways must be upgraded to these specs before any future development is considered.
That's what the neighbors know, but that's not what the developer knows
Uh,
in this situation.
The developer will find out.
Yeah, no, you gotta stay on it.
All right, thank you.
Anything else, Morris?
No,
No major breakdowns,
no,
that's good.
no.
So you guys gonna get mowing again?
We're mowing now.
You are?
Yeah.
Somebody's
Every day.
asked me the other day when you were gonna get back at it, and I said, well, I'll check, it's been pretty busy the last 2 weeks,
Yeah,
yeah.
we've been at it, we've been keeping the mower going.
Somebody did Sweet Hollow already. Was that Swan or you guys? That was nice of them.
How's that mower holding up?
Good so far.
Oh, that's good.
Instead of that, either you or James start looking into either a new one or try to find another used one.
It's your friend effing Super Larry to look on. He's got some website he goes on to, I don't know if it's commercial ones or on job sites, they come off and they come up for auctions.
Well,
Yeah, you ask effing Super Larry about it, he'll tell you.
Who?
Effing Super Larry.
Super.
Mr. Whistle?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
that's what we always call him. There's another names, but that's the most public one.
Mayor of Bakersfield.
But there's a site where they come in off projects and auctions. And they're just, I mean, this thing, how long have we owned that thing? Can you remember, Paul? We paid $40,000 for it. And the 500 to get a truck back here from Irisville. And I mean, I think that's one of the biggest things that's helped improve the roads, is getting the brush back and,
oh, yeah.
Especially, you definitely need the wing mower.
yeah, oh, yep,
That makes a big difference.
yeah, no, that truly makes a difference.
Especially when you get up and get a few trees, but limbs back, but just that extra 2
Yeah.
or 4 feet or 3 feet makes a big difference.
I was in some town recently and they had somebody mow it and it seemed like it was 2 foot off the blacktop. You know, and I'm sure they had that
Well,
small
just-
4 foot and.
Just like the state just went through, it's
Yeah,
kind of, you know,
that's-
kind of looks more like a
Well, I
lawnmower.
figured it was a trainee they had doing that. It was pretty rough, and then last fall, somebody come through, they had a brand new John Deere with a rotary on the side one. That guy did a heck of a job, he'd go so far, come down the side, make his loop, and go back up.
You know, they had a couple of, I mean, when they went down the rail trail, they had 3 tractors.
Yeah, I saw that, and I'm liking, you could spend that much time on the roadsides here. Okay, well,
That be all there is.
so,
Real estate, we're gonna take it to the
Postpone,
next meeting.
yeah.
what about your warrant, your thing you were trying to get your ordinance, is that gonna be read every meeting, or how's that go? Or you got it started the last?
Oh, I don't think it has to be read
No,
again.
it's for when you have loans.
I think it only has to be read once and then it has to be publicized everywhere.
Okay.
And I don't, Kathy worked on that, I don't
It was
know.
in the messenger, I saw.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what about this date you brought?
Franklin County Field Days reached out. They are being kicked out of their site at the airport by the state. And between money and environmental sensitive areas, they're having a hard time finding someplace to go. The one you're looking at is, I reworked their letter. They basically want to send it to Scott and Tebbets, and Brian mentioned sending it to our state reps.
Yeah,
They're just looking for support. They'd like to buy the site they're at right now. They've invested so much money and time into it that it's kind of crazy.
give it up.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with them if they could. Do they think this would have some effect? Hopefully.
Can't hurt.
If they don't ask, they'll never,
Yeah. So they've asked, they've talked, but they're trying to do a more organized outreach, getting all the towns around to give them a letter of support.
so they'd get after like Bob Norris and
Yeah, all
all
the
those
reps.
guys to try and get after them.
Yeah.
Randy,
Brock and all that.
yeah.
I'd make the motion, we accept this letter in support of.
I'll second it.
Yeah. Basically, it's to support them, stay where they are, the state work with them, try to sell it to them or whatever.
Yep.
That's the way I understand the whole thing.
Yep, that's, at least come to the table and have more of a conversation with it.
Then just say, get your stuff and get
Yeah.
out.
I mean, they've,
Or on a yearly basis, I mean,
Yeah.
you would think now
but
that,
the state has invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in grants
Yeah,
to build that place, and just crazy that,
I mean, hard to believe that, I mean, it's not a lot of land, but hard to believe the state, I mean, the airport's gonna go the other way, hard to believe they gotta go across the road to get,
right.
you know.
well, and it's,
I've never been, I don't know if they got any more room down back at the airport or not, but.
it's the perfect site. I mean, they've looked at sites and it's too close to population,
Yeah.
it's too many dirt roads, it's, you know, this is.
People want it, but they don't want the noise.
Yeah.
They don't want anything to happen to
There's
disturb
very
them.
little residential impact. It's
Yeah.
1 weekend of the year, it impacts the airport. It's 2 miles to the interstate access. I mean, it's,
Yeah. So can we take a vote on accepting this, then do we all need to sign this? Is that what we should do?
I thought we probably should.
Yeah,
Sign one of them, right?
yeah, everybody sign one of them and,
Or sign 2 and we'll send 1 to each of them.
keep a copy of.
I'll make a copy for you.
Okay. So we're all in favor of this, right?
Yep, I am.
Yeah, Brian is too, so.
There we go.
I'll sign this and.
No executive session. Any other comments from the?
The trees.
Yeah.
Dave is supposed to get back to me on that.
Jimmy talked to him. They'll take him down.
He will.
So they rotted at the bottom, because I looked the other day quickly and I saw they had full leaf coverage and everything else, but it's the base that's rotted.
There's a rotten spot at the bottom though.
Yeah, set the trees on,
If he'll do it in a day where it works weekly, just get it done.
Yeah.
David take the wood.
Well, I might run over the dump cart if no one else wanted it. I can get here before him.
I
cut a tree
I'll bring it
yesterday.
to the school, but I ain't taking any more home.
I got a tree up in Mom's and Maple, South Maple went down, it's a big bugger. That tree's been rotten for years. Broke off for about 6 feet, got under the thing, so I got the line off. And I started cutting on the thing, I just cut the limbs up, and the rest will be junk. I cut within 3 feet of that base, just as solid as a rock, and all it was up rind. I said, how'd that tree ever stay up that long? With that rind, that's all it was holding. The rest of it was all solid wood. I was shocked. I said, there's a dump cart and a half full of wood here.
Nice.
I just obviously following the building, we just renovated.
Yeah. Well, I see he got the handicap ramp all done.
Yep.
So it looks good on that, so. Do they use it much? I see cars there every now
I've
and
never
then.
seen any vehicle there.
I didn't see them.
Yeah, I saw a vehicle there a couple times, but.
Any other?
Just a quick planning and zoning update. We had set our July meeting for the 3rd of July, and we received quite a bit of comment from the public about it being a poor choice because it's the day before a holiday.
So that'd be next week, the 3rd of July.
Yeah. So we met tonight and discussed it and decided that we'll do the hearing still on the 3rd, but we'll keep the hearing open so that the following meeting, anyone who was unable to attend can attend. And that seemed to make people feel okay.
That was really, really a great gesture for me.
And this is all about
Yeah,
337 or
837.
837.
8:37. And that's all,
Well,
nothing else.
if there's nothing else, I'll make a motion to adjourn. Oh, wait a minute,
How about the
no,
amendment?
we
the
got,
warrant?
Talk
We gotta do the
for a minute.
warrants.
Talk for a minute. Find something else to talk about for a minute.
Why?
Because I said to. Okay?
we're gonna save you, Dave, like me.
Trying to save Kathy, okay?
There's some checks that are not going to, she's not gonna run through till we get that loan.
Right.
She
Yeah,
can't,
she wants
because
me
there's
to-
not a cash balance.
She wants me to do the minutes today so that she can have them to go to the bank on Wednesday, tomorrow.
Oh, we gotta approve the warrants too.
Have you signed the warrants?
No, not yet.
Have you been through them?
Yeah.
You found them acceptable? No, okay.
I think she's got the wrong cover sheet.
Oh, well, wait a minute then.
Are you guys around?
How was your day, Tom? Oh, shoot.
Are you guys around tomorrow? Can you just slide in and sign them tomorrow?
Yeah,
Do we need a motion? Can we approve them next week? As long as we have signatures, she can sign the check.
right.
What are you concerned about? The
Just got
the
wrong.
cover sheet is wrong.
Yeah.
So we make a motion, to authorize two people to sign them, and then the next meeting we will ratify them. Is that how that goes?
I think as long as two of us hop in,
And,
check them, sign them,
yeah,
we ratify at the next meeting.
okay, yes.
She's getting better. What's she doing?
Oh, wait a minute, see if she does respond.
She's got a migraine again.
She'll fix it tomorrow. We'll stop in, check them over, sign them, and we'll ratify them next time.
Is there anything else we need?
Nope.
No?
If you need me to sign it, just send me a text.
Okay.
I'll,
Yeah,
The next time's next.
All right. Motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second. All those in favor?
We should keep one of.
All right.
So Kathy's got this.